had informed the Lord of your doing so, and have been rewarded as such, and have been, well, you guys haven't been rewarded yet. You've been told to collect your wages from Shopford Crail, but then when heading towards the palisade, you were blocked from doing so due to Arthur's intoxication. You decided to split the party. Um, Gunloda and Rooker heading to the Weeping Willow Inn to go seek a room, and Gunloda was very interested in the story behind said. Oh God, just pictures of macaroni. Um, Behind the story of said inn, and investigated the ghost and all that, but sadly was told the ghost only appears at night, and since it's still during the day, has not revealed its weeping nature. In the meantime, well, before all that, actually, you guys had shown the spell book and scroll and all that to Lord Ulbricht's wife, who wasn't able to like identify it per se, and asked you to go ask Fane, who was a mage that had taken residence in the city. You'd also given her that weird talking goat head staff because you didn't want nothing to do with it, and she held on to it for you. And well, Arthur and Ziradar split off from the party, as I was saying. You guys split up. Arthur and Ziradar went to go visit said Fane with the attendants of Gunloda, as she had left them behind with them, just in case they were needed. He revealed himself to be a secret agent of sorts working with the Chimera, and used a very similar scroll. Well, basically what happened is you guys were like, oh, here, can you help identify the scroll? And he grabbed it and said, I'm not giving this back to you. You protested, and then he revealed his true intentions and used his own similar scroll to teleport a bunch of goblins into his abode, which are now in the process of chasing Ziradar and Arthur out of the building. Gunloda and Rooker had been alerted to this as they heard the commotion outside, as had the guards, and the Lord himself is now kind of like, oh, well, not so much aware, but they're like, what the hell is this noise, and are rushing to see what's going on. But last we left off, we were actually mid-combat, and we should all be on the same map, I believe, right now. And we'd be hopping into combat with Ziradar starting the round. Well, technically it was the guard, but he just kind of dashed up to go see what the hell was going on, and then it would be Ziradar's turn. So,
Right.
Ziradar, if we are ready to go, I'm just going to take a quick bong hoot, but by all means, I'll be listening. Just tell me what you'd like to do. I'm just going to mute myself.
Oh. Well, I believe I was still carrying Arthur, and as I'm carrying Arthur,
Yes, you are.
yeah, we had the dwarves. We had said something to them. We told them, "Hey, go look inside the house," and then we just bolted past them.
Don't do that.
Um, well, they had rolled their own
I don't
initiatives and
remember.
saw the goblins chasing you out the door, and had kind of
Oh, okay.
begun running off, going, "Oh, Lady Gunloda, help us!" So,
All right. Well, I guess
yeah.
with Arthur in my under my arm there, I'm going to just run, and let me see if I can figure out how far I'm going here because I'm running 5, 10, 15, 20. So I'm going to take Arthur and run in this direction towards this guy, Gilly. Gilly's the gate guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he was the gate guy, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I can't move Arthur there. I think that's you, Matt.
Yeah, I just see like a white map.
Yeah.
I'm gonna refresh.
Okay. I
And
might
as
have to
we're
refresh too.
Okay.
No,
If
no,
we're
you can keep going,
going,
keep talking.
yeah.
I'm just gonna refresh because
Yeah.
something's going on with my character sheets. They're not showing up.
Yeah, the whole map is like very fuzzy. Yeah,
You
we
might have
run
to
towards
zoom
Gilly.
out and.
We're gonna be like, hey! Excuse me, sir. There appears to be a very large number of goblins behind us. Please do something.
Yeah, what the hell?
Guards, help! Help us!
I guess at that point, as at the end of our run there, I will have kind of let Arthur run under his own power at some point.
I'll just like I start running as you lower me, and then my feet hit the ground.
Like a dog.
So you'd run over there and kind of drop Arthur down there at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm just loading back in here, so bear with me.
He's
You're
got
done
goblins.
loading?
He made them or something.
Yes, I believe he made the goblins.
A
Yes,
witch!
the constructs.
I believe the goblins are his children. He made them.
He birthed
Whoa,
them.
I'm getting crazy feedback.
He
I know.
birthed them. We're saying all this to the guard. He birthed the goblins. Yeah, witness. Goblin
There's
birth.
my character. There we are. Okay, things are working now.
The most heinous of crimes to birth a goblin.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm almost there. Bleh.
She said.
That's pretty much it. It's like, okay, I gotta get all my sheets out. Okay. So if that's your turn and you set Arthur down there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This goblin runs out here, and then Yeeter will go, Egad! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you'd only get there.
Which one of us says egad?
The retainers as they begin running with you.
Dwarves. Do they say egad or do they? Oh.
Oh, poor Ilde. So sadly, a battle axe will be swung at this retainer here.
No.
Oh no.
And Ilde has sadly been viciously murdered by this goblin. But at that sound, 1, 2, 3, Lord Ulbrich himself comes out seeing this and will continue to actually dash over here. It will then be Fane's turn, who will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's kind of in the doorway and he's kind of calling out, seeing Lord Ulbrich now, and he's like, Long live the Chimera! And he's actually going to cast a magic missile targeting the Lord himself. So let me just roll that.
Long live the Chimera.
So Lord Ulbrich will take a total of 9 damage from those magic missiles.
Arthur, look.
2, 3, 4,
They're going to kill the guy who's paying us.
Fireworks!
4, 5, 6.
Those are pretty.
I'm not sure those are fireworks.
He's a wizard.
Yes, but I don't think it's the sort of benevolent fireworks used at parties.
And it is now Arthur's turn.
Those are dangerous things. Silence!
Oh shit!
I'm gonna cast silence.
All right. And that's a 20-foot radius. All right, cool.
Yeah.
1 second. I'm just gonna
Just put it right on the door.
get a little thingamabob.
All the goblins are just screaming, but like no sound is coming out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sound of silence.
Just a second. I'm gonna give you control of it, Matt.
Restless hobbits, something, something.
Ooh.
Time Arthur casts silence.
So
the
here,
Art and Garfunkel song plays.
you should be able to put it where you want there. I'm just gonna move it to the back layer just so I can still see the goblins. Perfect.
Can everybody else see it?
So yeah, that whole they should be able
I see
to.
purple,
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
pink.
Yeah. Silence
Nice.
aura. And I run behind the building, like poking my head out.
What are you doing?
Go get him!
Evan, do you want
yes, you
Bren and
guys
I to
need
join the
roll
initiative?
Yes, you guys need to roll initiative. Sorry, I forgot to
Oh.
ask you. Please roll, and we will start from where we are, which is actually the top of the order, anyways. So.
Oh, sorry, I
Top of the hour.
forgot to set my token, but initiative was terrible, so.
You guys hear a bunch of commotion, then silence.
The
Cool.
death scream,
Alright,
one of my, retainers. Gunloader just shrugs. It's like, I wasn't done
So
moving.
it will be. What I'm gonna say is, it's gonna be Rooker first, and then Gunloda, and then we'll start at the top of the order. Just so you guys actually get your turns in here.
I'm gonna load down and I'm gonna be like, did you get it? Screaming, you fool.
I think I did.
Better go see what's in. Might be zero down. I'll have to explain.
Nah, it's can't.
My turn there after doubling my movement speed. I can't see him. Fuck. Alright. I end my turn.
Alright, it
Save
will
me,
now be
Rooker.
Gunloda. And then we'll start at the top of the order.
Can we get that far? And that's my turn.
Perfect. So the lovely guard here will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's gonna swing at this goblin here. And he's gonna miss horribly. It says longsword. He has a spear though. But whatever. It's all the same. And Ziradar, it is your turn. Just replace slashing damage with That's
Ugh.
weird. It didn't roll the damage.
Well, I would be remiss of myself and Silvery Moon if I did not charge into battle alongside Mr. Gilly.
That's
So
fucking
I'm going to do that. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I shall strike forth with my spear at the goblin. Pardon me, the green one here.
Alright, just a second, I gotta reload again. My
Oh,
my
sorry.
chat's being weird. But no, go ahead and roll. I'll see it when I reload.
Roll
It's
is
just that
there.
stupidity.
Oh,
No,
hey.
it's just that
Let's...
thing where I double clicked my chat and it opened it up in a tab, and then I closed that tab and now I can't get back to my chat, so I just had to reload. But yeah, I'll see your roll
Stupid is a pretty
when I
strong word
load
to
in.
use, though. Strong language.
How so?
He's fucking with you.
I'm fucking with you.
I'm
Adam knows.
so confused.
It's a joke.
Ah, it's so funny.
Oh, train just got to the
That's the
station.
You
joke.
are so humorous.
Very humorous.
Don't do that when I'm high, man. Jesus.
Ah,
Ah.
Sorry.
Ah.
Alright.
Sorry.
Sounds like he's giving birth to the alien all the time. Just...
I'm scared. I'm so
This thing
scared.
is coming out of my chest cavity.
Evan, doesn't doing like pot make you what's the word like paranoid?
I mean, not particularly.
And, but like, depending on.
It can,
Oh,
if you like, it tends to heighten emotions and such. So if you're feeling paranoid, you'll feel more paranoid than normal. But you're
oh, okay,
21 for
okay,
7. You just completely destroyed this goblin.
nice. There we go. Good goblin kebab for everyone.
But yeah, is that all you do on your turn?
That's gonna be it. There's is it possible for me to um actually, you know what? Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Well, the dwarven retainers come running past these two houses and spot their mistress and begin crying out to her in grief. Carlota! Oh, they killed Ilde! It was horrible! Oh, Mistress Carlota! Oh, the woe and terror of it all! Um, but then these goblins are gonna come running forward towards you, Ziradar. Well, this orange one in specific, and he's going to swing down at you. Well, more upwards actually,
Ah,
with a battle axe. But I believe that misses, and he will then use his disengage as a bonus action, moving
you
a couple
piece of crap
feet
goblin.
backwards. These red ones are gonna go, let's just see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, they're both gonna swing at the Lord there. But let's just see what happens here. That's gonna miss horribly. And that one will be blocked as well, and then this one will back up one space as a bonus action. This one, seeing you guys over here, is gonna come rushing over towards you, but it is now Rooker's turn.
Rucker is going to take aim at this one with my
Alright.
crossbow. Come on, man. There we go.
Your crossbow bolt sinks deep into his shoulder, severely wounding the goblin. He looks extremely bloodied and wounded
What?
after that. He's still
Noticing
standing,
that,
yeah.
motherfucker. What is it?
You see that this goblin is much similar to the one you fought in the tunnels, wearing better gear and seeming a bit tougher than the normal cannon fodder you've been dealing with.
All right. From where I'm standing, 60 feet, I'm gonna pull off. I'm gonna use a bonus action to pull a throwing dagger off my belt, and I'm gonna use quick toss as a bonus action and expend one superiority die. I'm gonna throw a dagger guy. I'm gonna use my superiority 8. Ah, fuck,
Oh,
that sucks.
oh, this goblin's completely wrecked. You
I'm
throw
gonna
a
shout at
dagger ninja
Lord.
style.
I'm gonna shout at Lord Ulrich. You already triple.
Get riggedy wrecked.
Lord Ulbrich himself is going to go here. Let me just bring up his lovely sheet. Da, ba, da, ba, da,
Hmm.
That one's going to miss, but he's going to make a second attack. And that one's going to connect, cutting this goblin's head off. Let's just see here. They're out of the
Oh.
order.
Not the head.
It'll now be Fane, who's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. He is going to look at Ziradar and the guard here, and he is going to target both of you with the sleep spell. So let me just roll that. All right. So the guard is going to fall to the floor asleep. And Ziradar, you are unaffected.
Oh. Okay. What was that? Sort of magic.
Ziradar, you're getting attacked twice by these two blue goblins. Well, once each.
Okay.
17? I'm
17
missing.
does not. Oh,
It does not
from
hit.
18.
Alright. Cool. Alright.
Ziradar just pivots and parries.
Oh yeah.
That's about there. It is now Gunloda's turn.
Nice. Oh, so many of them are dead. 1, 2, 3, 5. That's still kind of worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna come up here, and I am going to use my channel divinity as an action, and I
Alright.
am going to channel it into my conquering presence. I exude a terrifying presence as I'm kind of like pulling out my axe, bloody vengeance in my eyes for the death of one of my retainers. Oh,
I'm sorry about that, by the way, but
yeah, no, that's fine. I force each creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet. Did I do that right? Hang on.
to make a wisdom save, I guess.
Oh, it's kind of lame. Can I redo my movement? 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Burp. I don't think I quite make it to the back ones, but yeah, all the bad guys need to make wisdom saves. And 30 feet of me.
Alright, so let me just see. So that's 1, 2,
Vetos
3.
Dominus.
Yeah, I got these 3 so far, so let me just see here. And they're wisdom saves?
Their wisdom saves, DC 13.
Okay, so this goblin is scared. He's like, oh no, I'm scared. And then let's see Mr. Mage Boy here. I ain't shook.
Boy. Kill you first.
And then this little goblin here was fucking almost dead. If he, yeah, you probably won't pass. Oh, he's quite terrified as well.
Okay, so yeah, they're under the condition frightened.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and that's what I can do right now.
Alright. Let's just see here.
Practice might, but
This goblin's gonna run up and try to swing its axe at the Lord. And he gets blocked, but then he will disengage as a bonus action over here, and then it's Arthur's turn.
Arthur is going to full sprint into battle, and I'm going to cover the dwarf's body with my shield.
Alright.
Just sort of
I'm just gonna
protecting what's
move
there.
dead goblins out of the way.
And I'm going to cast the spell
Just kicking
Sanctuary
dead goblin.
on myself.
Alright. Because technically, let me just see one thing here.
Now that's a
Because
good
yeah,
lad,
he's
Arthur.
within. I'm just seeing something. Because yeah, on the way you would have taken an opportunity attack at disadvantage though, because the guy's spooked. But you
Yeah, they
would've
also need to
tried.
make a wisdom save in order to try and hit me.
Oh, okay. So let me just see here. What's the DC of that?
14.
Nope. Alright, you're good. This guy's just asleep until someone takes an action to wake him up. And then it's Ziradar's turn.
Good lad, Arthur. Charging into battle alongside your knight attendant.
I'll cover the wounded.
And I shall continue to stab goblins and make kebab for later.
Show me the might
I'm
of the
going to-
elven steel.
Yes, you see, Arthur, in battle, we will shout out our own Latin phrase, "Consumat meum asinum," and I'm going to attack
Elves
the
speak
goblin here
Latin.
beside me. Well, I do. I'm going to.
Camina Laulelu.
Damn it! I don't think that worked. Um. Well, 7 is 9. What?
Yeah?
Dead. Oh, is a 9.
9 doesn't. No,
Okay.
no, a 9 does not
Okay.
hit.
I will go ahead and use an action surge. I've got one left here. To make another attack on that same goblin, if that's legal.
Definitely legal. Murder.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I got it muted on Roll20 there.
It's okay. It's not a problem for me. I had it normally set not to see or hear anything from anyone anyways, so, but
Oh,
it might have reset.
okay. I'm making
But,
a second
yeah.
attack against that same
That's right.
goblin.
Alright.
Stab!
Which one are you attacking? This one right here?
The one that's right beside me here in the blue.
Because sadly, a 13 misses. The goblin narrowly blocks it with his shield there.
Ah, damn it. These goblins are skilled.
Is that all you
Alright.
do?
That is all I got. Yep.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4,
One,
5,
two,
6,
three,
7,
four,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As the retainers dash further out of harm's way, this guy's gonna go up here, make a wisdom save, and attempt to bypass the sanctuary to make an attack. Succeeds in doing so, and if he attacks you, it's at disadvantage.
Are you attacking me?
Yeah, because he's making a wisdom save
okay.
against the sanctuary. But if he attacks you, it would just be normal, right?
I believe so. I don't know what would give disadvantage.
Okay. No, because the one earlier that would have attacked you is afraid, and Gunloda is within sight, so all
Is this one afraid?
whatever would be at disadvantage. But no, this one is not afraid,
Yeah.
so it would be normal. Okay. Okey but a 6 misses, and it will use a bonus action to disengage his face.
Disengage his face?
This one here, yeah. This one here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's actually going to attack the Lord, but since Gunloda is within sight, it will be at disadvantage. He's too shook. And it is blocked easily by the Lord Ulbrich Rooker. It is now your turn as you see this madness occurring in the streets.
I totally see this. Did I see this guy like? Yeah. I assume they saw this guy fangs at his elbow and he stepped up and
Yeah, you got clear view on him.
I'm gonna load my crossbow and step back. And I would like to. No, I'm not going to expect him to do that. Hopefully, it is.
So what happens is you shoot your crossbow bolt at him, and you're pretty sure it's gonna go and sink right into the back of his head, but at the last second he holds up his hand and he is going to cast shield.
Now, you want me to put precision attack up? because I would like to expend a superiority die. It says I can use it after making the roll, but
Yeah, you add it to the attack roll, yeah. So give it a roll, it might
oh, for fuck's sake! God damn it!
so
Please.
sadly, even with your precision attack, it is still deflected by this magical shield he has brought up at the last second.
Son of a goblin.
Alright, I am my turn.
Alrighty. It will now be the turn of Lord Ulbrich, who also notices Fane and calls out, "Fane, you traitor!" and runs up to him, brandishing his long sword. And will attack twice.
Look, Arthur. The Lord is compensating for something.
Dealing, let's just see here. 15 plus, that's 20. And then he is going to use his action surge to attack again against Fane. And with that last blow, he will cut the man down. He will then use his last attack against this goblin here. But that goblin actually manages to block that attack. Alright, these two blue ones here, Ziradar, they're going to attack you. The one that's afraid, though, is going to do so at disadvantage. So we'll start with that one.
Alright. Hang on.
18. That would be
that's...
odds or evens, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going odds.
Odds it is. So it will miss. And then the second attack will miss as well. Well, the other goblin's attack. This guy here is going to make a wisdom save against our first sanctuary. He fails, so he will not be able to make his attack. Gunloda, it is your turn.
I come up 2, 3 here. And I hit Greenie.
Alright.
Or I will try to, at least.
Oh, you most definitely hit him.
Nice. For 11.
You, with vengeful intent, bring your battle axe down, splitting this goblin's skull open. It's quite dead.
Nice. It's my turn.
Alright, cool. Arthur, it is now your turn.
I'm going to use Spare the Dying on Idol.
You're gonna use what American Idol?
Spare the Dying on Idol.
Oh,
The
okay,
dwarf.
cool.
I don't know how to pronounce that name.
American Idol was good.
Idol.
Alright, so that I believe would bring him from a very... Wait, I thought, doesn't Spare the Dying only work on unconscious people?
0 HP.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. He's already quite dead.
I still do it. I try to resurrect it. Even if it doesn't work. It's still what happens.
It sadly does It sadly does not work
Yeah,
for
I
our.
Don't you give up on me!
Yeah, I just like grab him and
You're like trying to defibrillate him.
not so
Arthur, do
much
you even know
defibrillate.
what
It's
death
just
is?
enjoy with the powers of friendship, or imbue with the powers of friendship, or something. like, you gotta wake up, dude.
Arthur, he's not like a hamster. He's not coming back from the farm.
He's all right. He's all right.
There's so much wrong with what you just said. Is that your
Not
turn?
like a goldfish.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Alright, well, since lovely Thane has not only had his concentration broken, but also his skull, Gilly later will wake up, use half his movement to get up, and will attempt to drive his spear through this goblin here. Like I said, it says longsword, but just replace the slashing with piercing, and it's the same thing. But sadly, an 8 will miss. For some reason, it's not showing the attack roll, but I know it's a D8 plus 1, so. Ziradar, it's your turn.
Show him the might of
All right,
elven
Z
steel.
is gonna stab out at the same goblin that he's been trying to kill here for the past 2 turns. Or 1 turn here. So regular old
Odds or
spear
evens?
stab. Oh damn, odds.
Odds it is, and you drive your spear through that goblin's chest, and it dies, as its lungs are punctured, and, well, yeah, he kinda needs those.
Haha, you needed those, didn't you, you stupid goblin? I ask him as he dies.
Nice one.
Is that all you do on your turn?
I think I'm probably going to just say "Consumat meum asinum" one more time.
What does
Consummate
that actually
Manacinum.
mean? Because I'm pretty sure it's dirty.
Consume mine ass.
It is dirty, okay, I was right. Well, the retainers here are gonna hide behind this lovely supply depot. This orange one here is gonna move up, try to pass a wisdom save there to make an attack. He does not, so he wastes his turn trying. This one right here
Look,
is
Z, I'm
going to
tanking.
attack Lord Ulbrich at disadvantage because he's quite afraid. He misses horribly, and it is now Rooker's turn as you see the tides of battle are shifting ever steadily. Is Sanctuary concentration, Arthur?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Oh god!
Ooh, please roll the
Green time.
12.
Adam, if you shoot me in the ass.
Oh, that was a. Hold on, sorry. Ignore the first roll. Okay. Damn it. Sorry, it's still.
But yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. I'm waiting.
It's
I
yeah.
understand
It's just
roll 20 can
take
be.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, fuck.
That's amazing. So since we already got the 6, just roll another one.
Okay. I eat shit into the snow.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh. 2 more, my friend.
Shoots himself in the foot, the arm, and the leg.
Okay.
Oh!
Why?
Oh.
Stop it!
How is this possible?
Rooker just implodes.
Oh god!
Folds up into a different
Adam, are you
dimension.
okay?
First,
Kick
I
a
need
black
a dex
cat?
save.
Make a deck save. Okay.
I need the first deck save. Okay.
Okay. And,
Odds or evens?
oh shit. Evens.
So since this evens, your weapon does not break.
I slip on a whoop.
Now please make another deck save.
Magic guy,
So
he's...
you manage to keep as you're slipping, trying to keep your weapon from breaking after it's misfired, you manage to keep your footing and not fall and be stunned for the next round. Please make another deck save. Doing so, you hit yourself in the head, but it doesn't daze you for the next round. You have passed that one as well, and please make one last deck save.
Oh god.
So, with this one, sadly, as you hit yourself in the head, I don't know how it happens. You somehow knock yourself stunned again. Like, it's just like straight up something out of like a cartoon where someone's like slipping on a banana peel and then runs into the wall and then like an anvil falls on them kind of thing. But so you will be stunned for the next 1d2 rounds. So
At
for
least
the
you know.
next 2 rounds, you are stunned, and any adjacent foes get a free opportunity attack with advantage. I say, yeah, with tactical advantage, acting last in this round. But sadly, there's no one adjacent, so you're just stunned for the next 2 rounds.
Am I also
That
prone
was
or?
nope, just stunned.
Okay.
You're just kind of standing there, like all dizzy and stuff, like in Mortal Kombat, you know.
Rooker mutters under
That
his breath.
was
Nobody saw that.
No, we all saw it.
that was fucking crazy. Um, but yeah, it will now be Lord Ulbricht's turn, who is going to take a swing at this goblin here. And it blocks with his shield, so he's going to attack it again. And it still manages to block with a shield. It's just so afraid, so it's hiding behind its own shield, just like, oh god, no, please don't hit me. This goblin here is actually going to disengage as a bonus action and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and kind of get into the doorway here. This guy right here is going to make a wisdom check to try to break through Arthur's sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Oh, he succeeds. And does a 12 hit
No.
Arthur?
No.
All right. So even with your sanctuary being broken through, he still does not hit you. It is now Gunloda's turn.
Alright, go smash. I'm gonna come up to the third one and send my axe to his face.
Oh, please roll a d12.
No.
Oh god!
I don't know
I'm
why.
blaming Rooker. He tainted me.
I don't know why we let the party reform so quick, Z.
We are just a disaster when we're together.
Oh, please make a dex save, Gunloda.
Just my best save. Actually, it's mediocre.
Oh no!
Okay, so what's going to happen is you lift your axe backwards to bring a downward swing, and as you bring your axe down, you realize that the axe part has fallen off. It's basically just a broken stick in your hand now. Your weapon has broken.
Whip! Ding, 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 ding.
One weapon.
Just beat them with the stick.
Shoddy craftsmanship. It was all show. It was a showpiece.
I mean,
God, is the end axe.
it wasn't a hard thing to pass, but you fucking crit failed twice in a row, and it was just always.
Oh my god.
Always perfect.
I would still like to hit him with a stick.
Yes! Quack!
The ponytail.
Nice.
Do you have a second attack?
I don't.
Just harmlessly throws it at him.
Same momentum
Is there anything else you'd like to do? Any movement or?
No, Gunloda's gonna curse profusely in Dwarvish. There are
Understandably.
words no one has
That's
ever
about
heard
right.
before.
A lot of it involves dirty pig dogs. But yeah, it would be Arthur's turn now. Sorry, I pressed forward on the turn order, but it's Arthur's turn now.
I can't give Gunloda any warning that I'm going to do this because I'm in a silence area, but I'm going to throw her my mace.
Oh god.
Alright, my dex is great, I'll catch this.
I'm not
you
gonna
do
like
that?
chuck it at her. Like I want it to like be a pass.
Like an underhand toss.
Like
Yeah.
if you're doing an underhand toss, Gunloda, please give me either an athletics or acrobatics to like catch it, either like football style for athletics or like nimbly dimbly acrobatics.
From tree to tree.
All right, so you just
Oh.
form that perfect triangle with your palms there, and you just catch that mace. Is that all you'd like to do, Arthur?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that.
Where the fuck is
Alright.
Biden's hiding?
It will then be that guard's turn, and he's gonna move here, getting flanking, and will attack the goblin. So a 19 is going to hit, dealing, let me just see here, 1d8 plus 1, 6 damage. Oh, no, that's him. That's the wrong token. It is now Ziradar's turn.
Right. Z is going to push past the bloody corpse of the goblin he was fighting and head for... Oh, shit. I can't quite tell. Is that a goblin?
Yeah.
It looks like... Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stab at that guy.
Get him!
I'm gonna assist
can't make
this
noise.
guard here. Oh, okay, thank you. He looks very orcish.
Nah, he's a goblin.
Alright.
He's one of the big uns.
Whoa.
That sadly
Pretty.
will glance harmlessly off his chainmail.
Damn.
There wasn't enough oomph in your thrust.
Okay. Now there is a guard, Gilly, beside me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I get him within my protection here due to my fighting style of protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're gonna... Is that all you do with your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
The retainers will keep on... will retain their position over there. This
Very
creature
good.
here
Okay.
is going to try to break through the sanctuary. Sanctuary! He fails miserably. This guy here is going to attack Gunloda at disadvantage. He's afraid. He's so afraid. He misses horribly. It's now Rooker's turn.
I am still stunned, so that's...
Yes, you are still stunned. That is one round done. Lord Ulbrich is going to attack this guy with tactical advantage because he's flanking with Arthur. I just realized that. Alright, so he's going to hit this one and cut its head off. It is dead. Let's get it out of the initiative. He will then move right here and attack this one. Oh! It's okay. So he's going to kill this goblin as well. Yeah. So this goblin is also dead.
Oh, I am not shitting you.
This guy here is going to retry his wisdom save. And is actually going to not be afraid anymore. And is then going to go 1, 2, and is going to try to break the wisdom thing to attack Arthur, but fails. This one here, moved him, is going to turn around and attack this Gilly later boy, since he just got stabbed in the back. But misses as well. Gunloda, it is now your turn.
Wait. I gotta zoom in again. So I'm in flanking now?
Yes. Well, with who are you flanking against?
Goblin between me and Zerodar.
The goblin is here in this space. He would need to be there to be flanking.
Oh, it just looked like he was. Okay. No, that's fine. Then I just move up and get closer to Buddy. And try and hit him with the mace I now have.
Alright.
Hit them.
It actually looked pretty cool, just saying.
Hit them with your heavy stick.
15?
That sadly will be blocked by his shield, as this skilled goblin warrior is much more martially adept than the other.
I'm used to having an edge on my weapon. This is not good. This only bonks.
Like,
it doesn't slash. It doesn't chop.
I'm only hearing excuses.
If that is all you do with your turn, it will be our first turn.
If I look up dwarvish phrases.
Baru Kazan! Kazan menu!
Well, I know that dwarves refer to half-elves as knife-eared half-breeds. But that's getting a little racially intolerant.
I want to...
Wouldn't it be species intolerance?
I want to knock this goblin prone. This one. I want to try and shove him.
Check against his athletics check.
I made a poor choice, everybody. I have advantage. I'm flanking.
Not really. It's a
Into
tiny
battle.
goblin.
What do you mean?
Fuck him
I'm the
hard.
same size
You
as him.
push the goblin.
Shit.
You push the goblin. You're stronger than this goblin. You push it to the ground like a bully. It's like
Yeah.
watching two kindergartners at the schoolyard, and the one just like, give me the ball, stupid, and pushes the other one to the ground.
A test of bravery.
I'm like, get him!
Is that all you do, Arthur?
Get him! This dwarf doesn't look so good.
If that's all you do. So even with advantage, holy crap, that guy's gonna miss. Ziradar, is your turn. He rolled 2 2s. That's awful.
Alright. Z is gonna try and finish this guy off.
You have advantage because he's prone.
Sweet. Okay.
Jumping spear attack where you like come down on him with your knees and a spear. Yeah!
Sure, he does that. Please roll a d12.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Yeah, you bury like the 6-foot spear like 4 feet in the ground.
So that's actually going to be maximum damage. So the 8's going to be a 9, and the 2's going to be a 6. So it's actually going to be 15 damage instead of 10, and that is actually just enough to kill this guy. Like
Nice.
literally just enough.
Damned little creature.
I'll get that guy out of there.
Now we just need some potatoes and peppers. We'll have good kebabs.
So there's literally just the one goblin left. If that's all you do, Ziradar, it'll be the retainers who do more hiding. Rooker is still stunned. Lord Ulbrich will try to attack this guy twice. Well, hopefully just once.
Am I not unstunned at the end of my turn?
You're unstunned at the end of your turn, yes. Odds or evens on that one, guys.
Evens.
And lady. Odds. He will make a second attack, though. He's actually going to move here to get advantage on it, too, from flanking.
Flank him up the rear. Sorry, I just have an anal fixation today or something.
Oh, that goblin is quite dead. I'm not even going to roll for it. He literally had 1 HP left. So, combat is over. The bodies of dead goblins and Fane litter the ground. Ilde as well is deceased, lying on the ground there. Just a second, I'm just gonna...
We might need to get some clerics.
Yes.
Ild isn't waking up.
The smell of the battlefield. Isn't it glorious?
Wish I was conscious for most of it. Everyone all right?
Ulbrich is going to look at you, attempt to speak, but then steps out of the silence area, and is going to go, thank you again for serving Targos. You should be rewarded as such. It seems we had a traitor in our very midst. He reaches to his
Sounds
belt
like
and
you owe
throws
us triple for saving your hide.
And the fees of a healer.
He
And you know, we want to sell goblin kebabs as well.
And where were the rest of your guard for this kind of event to happen?
And also, those are some really
Sadly-
nice shoes.
It seems that my gods, and he looks at you, were exactly where they needed to be.
Who's
And
you?
he throws you a coin purse to Rooker after saying so. As for the fallen dwarf, you can bring him to the healer's tent at near the gate to the palisade. the wool priest there might be able to help him. Tell them it is to be done under my commission.
It's not
Argos
going to
has your
help him.
thanks yet again.
How much?
He's a
I'm
healer,
gonna look
not-
into the. I'm gonna look into the coin purse, see how much.
There's if you literally take like 10 minutes to count it all out, it's quite hefty. There's a good like 1,500 gold pieces in there.
Oh, this is like a sack of gold.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
move
like
up
a sack.
the gang and split this up.
Seemed fair. Rooker was stunned the whole time. Don't we get any?
We need to get to the
I'm
healers.
sorry. Were you talking shit while I was about to hand out your share?
Got a really bad scratch on my finger.
And there's dents in my shield. That's a repair bill.
Gunloda's looking at her dead retainer and her broken axe. Just like
Today is not
scratch
a
on
good
her
day.
finger.
Yeah, can I have my mace back? And I like start pulling at it. I don't want you to break it.
No.
Ah, come on.
You
Yes,
gave
you
it
seem
to
to
me.
You seem to be having some bad luck this day.
Maybe we should go to the guy who sells weapons.
We should go to
I
a
need
healer.
extra.
Idle's dead.
It'll do that.
We can save him.
You must learn to make peace with the dead, Arthur. This is the test of bravery that all knights must endure.
I suppose if I don't, Grenell will be complaining for the rest of this trip.
Oh my, Gunloda, are you hurt? What horrible treachery has midst in this town? It is just
Shut
like,
up, Grenell.
yup.
375 each. Yeah. What was I going to say?
You also still haven't collected your payment from the dude beyond the palisade, but yeah, actually,
Oh, we
Arthur,
couldn't
give
even
me
get
another
through.
Constitution check, please.
Is there somewhere we can go to fix my retainer?
Yes, he said the healer's tent is right up here.
Perfect.
There was some war tent.
And he said to do it under your commission, so under his commission, so you won't have to pay for it either. Because
That's the most important part.
You said
Indeed.
con save for me?
With your permission,
yes.
Countess, I will carry your companion to the tent.
Oh, you're
This
still kind of tipsy, but
seems acceptable.
You're not going to be rolling at disadvantage anymore, as the battle has kind of like sobered you up. But you're still pretty tipsy from earlier, but you're starting to sober up a little bit.
I just go, I think it's this way. Ah! And I faceplant.
Best to take this dwarf to the healer as soon as we can, and then deal with our broken weapons later.
Right. All right. Come on. And I go and I pick up. What was the name of your
Idol?
other one? There? Idol. Yeah. I'm gonna pick up Idol in my arms. And I'm gonna carry them off to the tent.
All right.
Yes, indeed. So you have done well
Gonna
today.
bring people to that map. Just a second here. I'm just moving your tokens and resizing and all that lovely hiddly winks.
I believe your career as a squire is progressing nicely. You have attained a higher rank.
Kamanasa, Ines.
So you guys all head into the healing tent, and you see some people standing around looking over wounded people from, I guess, the various attacks that have happened prior to your arrival. And you see over here is a altar dedicated to various war deities, and two plate mail clad paladin looking clericy type people.
By the elf queen's beard, this one has turned blue.
Oh, wow. She is blue.
You look down at an
Poke her in the cheek.
unconscious.
Do that, she's dead.
Ah,
You
she's
just hear
cold.
this guy call out. Yeah, you realize it is in fact a corpse.
That's a dead, blue person.
I'm not sure if these are the healers we're looking for.
Let's hope they are.
They don't
We need
seem
a
to be very
cleric.
good.
But yeah, what do you guys do? No one's like really greeting you or anything. You'd have to probably go up and talk to some people.
Rooker called
I
out.
literally
Called
just
out.
storm up, and I'm like, "We need a cleric," as I'm carrying Idle or Hilde up in my
This
arms.
man will step forward and be like, "Yes? Ah, you must be the reinforcements from Luskin. I'm Denham Fisher, priest of the Red Knights. I see this dwarf is in most need of revivification at the very least. What's
Yes,
happened?
you could say that.
Yes, he'll quite fail in his duties in the state.
Well, the standard cost for revivification is 1,500 gold pieces.
This is under the Lord's commission.
Under Lord Ulrich's commission, you say? And do you have proof of this?
You're welcome to go speak to him yourself. Sadly, we didn't bring him as we were trying to revive our fallen comrade.
I think
I
the proof
understand
is
your
outside your
frustration,
tent.
friend, but Ragni, be a dear and go confirm their story. The guy quickly walks out, comes back rather quick.
Lord, did the Lord
They're
not
telling
give
the
us
truth.
something?
All right then. Well, and he reaches down with a diamond that evaporates in his hand and brings Ilde back to 1 HP. I believe with revivification, they're not conscious right away, right?
Do you mean revivify?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Checking it.
Well, whatever. He's alive again. Pretty sure
It just
they're
says
still
restores to
unconscious.
1 hit point. Doesn't
Yeah.
mention anything
Brought
about
your
what
retainer back to life.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, he restored to 1 hit point. He's conscious, and
Alright,
he
I
looks
go,
up at Benloda, and he's like, "Oh, madam, you brought me back from from the halls
I go, of course. Now hurry up and see if you can repair my axe, or if there's anything to be salvaged.
Of course, madam.
Get your ass back to work. Walk it off.
Now, I do give him an uncharacteristically firm grip on the shoulder.
Oh, nice.
Like a shoulder squeeze.
His eyes widen and his pants tighten from this sudden physical contact from his mistress.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, I had to.
Pants thing?
See, if you give them too much
making a
affection,
dirty
they don't
dwarf
appreciate it when you do.
But anyways,
You went there.
The blah 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 blah. The priest will look at you and say, "Well, is there anything else you need?"
Well, I can tell there's something you need. You need to get that blue lady back to life. My goodness.
Yes, sadly, she passed the other day. Her wounds were far too grievous, and she had been dead far too long to be brought back by our magics. But
Yes, I could have told you that.
sad, we will be burying her come the morning. Sadly, we have nowhere else to store the body.
Does she have
May
any?
I inquire? Oh, sorry, Alpha.
Does she have any like personal effects on her that would like maybe identify her or her family?
There's a knife, a bow, and some packages. I mean, well, like just like her personal like items and stuff. Yeah, there's like a satchel and stuff. You can go through it, but I don't know how people will feel about you touching a dead person's things.
That's basically what I'm looking to do.
Well, if you start going through their stuff, this guy's gonna be like, "Have you no respect for the dead, lad?"
I'm looking for just see if she has family or something.
Alpha, this is not becoming of a knight.
We must inform her family.
Now hold on, sir.
We will take care
is
of
that
that
lady...
when the burial service takes place tomorrow morning. We will then go through her belongings. Till then, please leave what belongs to the dead with the dead.
The
All right.
most important question is was she blue before she died, or after?
No, it is simple frostbite. She was not blue before.
Oh boy. Okay.
But yeah, the priests will kind of go back to their business. But Rooker, as you pass this one guy here, you're gonna hear him go, Captain Mariner, is that you? It's me, Garradum.
No, son, you have me mistaken for someone else.
Oh, I sorely wish the captain was here. Then he could hear my letter to Raina. She is my beloved, but I doubt I will be able to return to her. If only I could get this letter to Captain Mariner so he could give it to my sweet Raina.
Where is your captain now?
He must be with the rest of the Neverwinter forces. Could you delete this letter? I know it must seem rather childish and soft-hearted for such a request, but my love is my life.
You have my word.
He will lift a weak hand to hand you a letter.
All right. I take a knee and I take it from him.
I thank you, my friend. Give my regards to Captain Mariner.
And did he say where Captain Mariner was again? Sorry, I was just writing down some.
He
Yeah,
said
but
with the rest of the Neverwinter forces.
Where are the rest of the Neverwinter forces?
They must be on their way through the Shangan River, unless something's happened.
Where exactly is the Shangan River from here?
To the south of Targos, but with the city under siege. Oh, Reyna, my sweet Reyna. And he kind of drifts in and out of consciousness as he begins to weaken from exerting by talking to you.
This man needs medical attention.
Look, let the clerics do their job, please.
It'd be great if they did.
He runs over here and he looks down and puts a hand to the man's forehead. And he looks up at you and then he steps over and says, "Could we speak a moment in private?" Very, like, hush under his breath as he walks past you after tending to this man's sickness.
Oh, for goodness sake, we came for the dwarf.
All right.
But yeah, he walks over there after saying that. Did that man give you anything?
I don't see how that's relevant to his current condition.
Oh, but it is, my friend. Did he give you anything?
I'm sorry, you seem to be dodging the question here. Why are you not tending to his wounds?
Because I've used divination magic to reveal that man's true nature. He's a doppelganger.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
See if he's lying to me. Well,
He seems to be telling the truth.
And you brought one of them in here. What kind of fucking cleric are you?
Keep your allies close, but keep your enemies within striking distance, preferably in your own temple. I suspect he killed the real courier and ingested his memories. Did he give you anything, friend?
I shake my head.
I see. Well, be careful around that one. We're keeping our eyes on him to see if he tries anything. And he will then walk away and go to the altar.
All right. I say nothing and I go back to the party.
Alrighty.
Can I try to
Now that,
sneakily take
you're-
something from this body?
That's true. That dude was distracted.
I would say make a sleight of hand check and a stealth check. Well, stealth check first, then sleight of hand. Yeah, no one sees you. So give me a sleight of hand check to grab whatever it is you want to grab. So what is it that you want to grab?
I'm looking for family mementos, but I was told not to touch anything, so I'm just gonna like put her bag on my shoulder, and, like tuck it in behind my backpack.
All right. You stealthily grab her satchel.
Does he notice?
What's your passive perception?
I have. What do I got for my passive perception? 12.
Yeah, you see him do it. The priests don't.
Okay.
If anyone else has passive perception 12 or higher, they would notice, but most of these people do not have that high passive perception.
Okay, I'm gonna go and discreetly walk up to Arthur and without like directly looking at him, go, "Did you take something?" Just quietly.
Just like spin and look at you all like in a panic. No.
What are you doing?
I try to hide it more behind my back.
We're literally in a hospital.
I'm gonna help
You have to
her.
behave. We came to resurrect a dwarf from the dead, not help dead people.
That's exactly what we came here to do.
There are many
Oh,
people
what?
in the city. There are many people in the city who may need our help. Most of them are dead.
We have to help them. Any way we can.
I think you're missing the point. Alright, fine. What does it say? What did you pick up?
It's just her bag. I want to give it to her family.
What if her family is also blue? What are you gonna do then?
Well, then I'll be blue.
Will. It'll be very blue.
If I was green, I would
The
die.
Blue Manberry Hill brothers.
Alright, Rooker.
But, Gunloda and Rooker, do you guys do anything while Ziradar and Arthur are conversing in the corner?
Yeah, Rooker is going to turn to the rest of the party there, and I guess I'm going to say we should probably get ourselves equipped with some more weapons.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Fix the ones. We also have a serious paycheck to pick up. We can at least get across the palisade.
I agree. Long overdue for a payment. Come on.
Did you end up getting us a room, by the way? Oh, and preferably one that doesn't have ghosts. I hate ghosts.
It's funny you mentioned that.
Well, what do you mean?
You'll see. Comes enough.
Rooker's just walking away and sees, just like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Basically.
You know what's funny, Bryn?
Mm?
Bryn, did you see my nostalgia message yesterday with the ghost bouncers?
Oh, jeez. Double check.
Yo ghost. Yo freaking toast.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so you guys head out of the healing tent with the now revivified Ilde. He's looking a little worse for the wear, but he's fiddling with Gunloda's broken axe at the moment, trying to somehow fix it, but yeah, struggling to do so with the lack of tools.
I start
Trying to
searching
tie
through
it
the
together
bag.
with string.
Yeah, perfect.
Your retainer appears to be in some serious condition.
You start searching through the bag, Arthur, I'll tell you what you find.
My retainer's fine. We'll fix him up.
So, is it just me, or is nobody in this town know what the fuck they're doing?
Yes, it seems that's the nature of the place. It is in the middle of a war zone.
Warzone or no, you think clerics will be more attentive to their patients?
Yes, they seem to have other motives. I believe we have a few things to take care of now. One is our paycheck, which I am very keen to get. Second is to rest up the battles ahead, which we will certainly need to do. And we also need to get our weapons repaired. perhaps get some new ones.
I could use another quiver of crossbow.
Yes, and I'm getting more interested in getting, something other than this spear.
Good at
Speaking,
getting
Cool.
some ranged ammo and some artillery.
Yes, I agree. Perhaps Rooker and I should be the ones to go and find some new weaponry.
I
Unfortunately,
think we
this
should stay with the
well,
splitting us up hasn't worked for us so far.
yes, splitting us up hasn't worked very well so far, but also staying together has worked worse.
I think
You
with
notice-
us staying together, it's a better chance at survival.
We notice how bad our luck is when we're all together.
Well, I will say when we split up, one of my retainers died, so
Oh, yes, good point. All right. Then, a shopping spree. How about that? All of us go.
You do
Get some
notice
new
a
weapons.
large supply depot over here with the
Oh, very
sign
good.
Galloway painted across all sides.
Excellent. I know exactly what to get there. Shall we then?
yeah, let's do it.
yes,
Sorry, I burped.
let's be on our way.
I just heard a burp. Did anyone else hear a burp?
I think it was it'll.
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah,
Came
it
from
was
the
it'll.
sky.
He has a bit of gas after having his stomach punctured by a goblin axe.
Do you
Oh,
need, like,
cool.
a
You could be like one of those
Band-Aid?
smokers. You could be like one of those smokers who talks with their
No,
stomach.
I'm fine.
Jeez.
So you all head to the supply depot? Is that what's happening?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
sounds like a good place.
All right. So you guys walk into a warm merchant's supply depot. Various crates and such all lined all over the place. There's 3 armed guards standing there, and a short blonde woman behind the counter, and she kind of eyes you up and down as you walk in there.
Holy smokes! Look at
And
the
she
woodwork on
looks-
these chairs.
And
Oh,
she
good.
says, "What are you here for? Did Ulbrich send you to seize more lumber? Or take a few score more weapons, perhaps? Take it all. I'm a dragon's flight from caring what happens to this town anyways. So what, are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna buy something?"
I'm just here to purchase a I'm just here to purchase a battle axe.
You're actually here to buy something.
How much are the
Actually
chairs?
going
Yes.
to pay me with money.
No, Arthur,
Yes.
we can't bring
Oh.
those with us.
Look at the craftsmanship.
I am not so
Please look
couth
around.
with this Ulbrich character.
If anything catches your eyes, let me know and we can come to an arrangement. Just a second, I'll have a list of her inventory for sale here.
Wait.
All the furniture is sadly already spoken for by other customers, lad. They're on my way.
However, will we furnish our bar?
Oh, damn it, yes. And the possibilities. The possibilities of adding it to the
Just a second.
rotating chair rental service.
So, Galloway Supply Depot item list. I'm adding it to your journal in your handouts. I'll just click show to all players as well here. So there's mundane items are all regular listed prices as per the player's handbook. She also has some spell scrolls priced as listed here. A few magic items, basically all masterwork items, all masterwork weapons are 750. Plus 1 weapons are 6k. It's all listed there.
Holy
And
crap!
she
I'm
has a
cracking.
few.
But-
She has healing potions readily available, but she only has these 3 other specific potions.
Okay, but she just admitted at the start that we could just beat her up and take all of this.
Let's do it.
She was being completely and utterly
No, no.
sarcastic, Bryn. She's
See-
quite frustrated with Lord Ulbert coming in and seizing stuff, but you're not coming here under
No,
his orders to take
Good
it.
Loda wouldn't anyway.
You might later on.
She may be a jerk, but she's lawful.
But yeah, that's the list, and everything is priced as such.
She's lawful, but Arthur is shoving a
Let's get
chair
some of
into
those
his
healing
shirt.
potions.
The guards, the heavily armored guards, begin looking at you, Arthur, and
I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about? Step away.
He's always looked like that.
Off in the corner as well, you also hear someone going, "Hello, Ceramid's for sale. Ceramid's for sale."
Sediment? Or sediment?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I sell ceramids. They are a wonderful animal. They make you very unhappy for all your lifetime.
Gross. You.
I think I'll pass, but thank you for your offer.
Okay.
I don't suppose
Ceramids
you...
for sale.
I turned to Deender and I was just like,
I don't suppose you happen to have any crossbow bolts for sale.
She most definitely does. It would your crossbow bolts. They're 20 for a gold piece. I'm pretty sure.
all right, I would like to buy 2 quivers full. 2 gold pieces.
Well, I mean, if you want like 2 quivers full, I'm guessing that's like 20. So yeah, that would be like 2 gold pieces for 40.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I am going to get 4 of those 50 gold point healing potions.
Oh, those are nice. Careful,
You
they're
give her the
breakable.
gold, and she will give you the potions.
Alright. Boom, boom. Ah, yes, these will come in handy.
I'll take 2 regular healing potions as well.
You're just copying me now.
He
I
probably
just
wants
ignore
to.
Z as I'm like palming the gold.
Copier! Copier!
He probably likes the crust on his healing potions.
He probably does.
If there's crust on your healing potions, I heavily advise you don't drink them.
I don't know who said that, but I totally agree.
But yeah, you guys exchanged the written amount there for the proper potions that you want, and yeah, you're given potions in exchange for gold, and she is extremely happy to take your gold, like a little too happy.
Ah. Lady, did you find a replacement for your axe?
Oh, someone's looking for weapons, and you can see she's getting a little flustered at that thought.
Yeah, I think you said the masterwork stuff's 750.
750, my dear. Yes, this is fine craftsmanship from the best smiths out of Luskin.
Well, that's a mouthful.
I'm gonna get a regular battle axe. I'll just take a regular battle axe today, and why not 2 of your healing potions? It seems to be all the rage.
Alright, just a second. Gotta figure out the actual cost of a battle axe. I'm pretty sure it's
I
not
looked
that
it up.
much, like...
It's 10 each, 10 gold.
Healing potions are very
Then
good.
yeah, it would be 10 gold.
They are all the rage.
So
Right
for
on.
They do
110
die a
gold,
lot.
you get your 2 potions and your battle axe, and she's very happy to take your money.
Fight
She's
all my rage.
like
And I'm still just an elf. Lost in
Pardon that
wayward
you kind
town.
of you kind of hear a bit of a Dutch accent as she takes your gold.
No, absolutely not.
I love
Why?
gold.
My Dutch.
Does anyone else want to buy something from me? I only take gold and silver and copper and platinum if you have it.
Thank you for your patience. And I walk out.
Yes, good day to
Everyone
you,
still
madam.
hears from the corner. Just you guys still hear from the corner. Just this lone guy. Just ceramid's for sale. He's really adamant about his ceramid salesmanship. But yeah, if that's all you guys want, you guys head back out into town proper for a second. I'll move you back to the other map.
Anyone hear that man
All right.
selling cement?
You guys
Well,
exit
here.
there, and your retainers fall off the cliff.
Very good.
No.
It should be.
Now, in what sort of spirits is everyone? Does rest sound good, or should we continue on and get our just payment?
I could go for a couple of spirits before we go to our rooms at the inn. However, I think Gunloader and I had spoken to the innkeeper there. This is a conversation over some drinks, I think.
The sun is beginning to set.
I could go for
you
another
see, the
cold
sun's
one.
setting.
And it has been a very eventful day for you guys.
There will be no more cold ones for you, Arthur. Only soda.
Ooh,
Why are
by
you
the
going to
way,
restrict the lad?
Experience.
Because the last time he got drunk, we couldn't get through the door.
Are you his mother?
I just wanted a secret
but I
knock so
am
we
his
could get
master.
back.
He's my squire now. Did you know that?
I must have missed the part where you outrank anyone.
Part of the Silvery Moon hierarchy.
He's a Silvery Moon. He's pretty high up.
Did you guys notice there was a person from Silvery Moon in the cleric's tent, by the way?
Yep.
I didn't notice.
Do they have to wear like an S on their shirt?
No, just they were a Silvery Moon elf. It seemed like a racial thing.
How do you tell
Let me
though?
see here.
Are they different from other elves? Are you silver? Like, is that what the deal is?
Yes, I'm silver. To be fair, it's been a long time since I read The 1,000 Orcs, so I don't remember.
Everyone gains 505 XP from that last battle, by the way.
Nice.
Nice.
Whew,
All right, then.
that was quite
I
the
mean, if
experience.
everyone is in... Yes, we gained a great experience in battle and passed the test of bravery.
I'll be a warrior of Silver Moony in no time.
You have passed your first trial as a squire.
Yes! I need my hammer back.
Now to reap the rewards. Let us go to the tavern and rest and drink
Yeah.
our victory. Soda. Soda.
So let's see. Okay.
Oh,
So you guys are going to the Weeping Widow? Is that it?
yeah, and I'm gonna on the way as they're all kind of getting ready to make a merry. I'm just gonna be like, oh, and there's a small ghost problem we need to deal with when we get there.
What? What?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
You should
I
have seen the
told the
look on your
shopkeep
face.
we would inspect the haunted room.
In a haunted room, you picked the haunted room.
It was a discount.
My goodness, you're rich. You could pay for the non-haunted room.
It's okay, it's okay. I can talk
She just
to dead
goes-
people.
Kahoof in Barathag.
You can talk to dead people, can you?
Go turd.
Well, thank you, Shimamalan.
I can't see, I'll show you.
Alright, fine.
So you guys head to the Weeping
It's a
Widow
goal.
Inn just as the sun begins to set, and you guys are greeted by the by the innkeeper. God damn it!
Look at
Stop with
that.
the fucking
Ah!
Come on.
It's like,
Um,
No!
But yeah, Calhared greets you once again, and he brings out your meal that you had asked to be kept warm, and he did so, and it is placed down on the table before you yet again. And
very
you
good. And I
recognize
get
it
to eating
even more.
nonchalantly.
And he gets and everyone give me a perception check, please, as you sit down at the table. I'm guessing the retainers will go over to their own table because
Yeah.
They
It
sit
would be
on my
very
balls.
improper for them to eat with me.
Foolish retainers.
We said perception check.
Yeah.
We should definitely thank the cook before we eat.
So, Gunloda, you're the only one who hears this, but you hear the faint sound of a woman crying from upstairs as the sun is setting.
You're probably right,
I've heard
Arthur. It sounds like the
appetite
cook is
ruiner.
very sad.
What did you say, bro?
Oh, I said if there was ever an appetite ruiner. See, like, Gunloda is, like,
No.
trying to eat, and she keeps stopping and, like, kind of, like, tilting her head in the direction of the noise. And eventually she just kind of, like, throws her utensils down and gives this big sigh. And says,
Is
does
there
no one
something
else
wrong with
hear
your food?
that?
I believe that's the cook.
Wow, I don't hear anything.
It's the sound of a woman wailing,
Yes, it's a woman cook.
almost as if she was widowed.
You think
Widowed?
that's you think that's the you know
I
You
think it is
hear.
the ghost. I can't eat like this. This is completely ruining my meal.
Wait, tell me what you hear.
It's a ghost.
When I talk to her,
Woman
it'll be
crying.
a woman, a sad woman. Okay.
It's the sound of grease.
There's a greasy ghost.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Fucking
goodness.
greasy boys.
Can't stand this. The potatoes are soggy and the ghost is greasy.
No, those potatoes are fucking crispy and perfect. How dare you insult this man's propriety?
I'm
I
sorry,
absolutely
the potatoes are
bet.
actually quite good.
She paid for the works and
She's
she
like,
got
you,
them.
you may be angry, but there's no reason to insult the potatoes.
Sorry.
you leave the potatoes out of this.
I'm used to how
Some
my mommy
Irish
did them.
guy is like getting real angry right now.
My mommy used to make a little volcano and put gravy in the middle.
Delicious.
But yeah, what do you guys do?
I raise
You're
the
just all-
potato and I kind of go, do you think I should send Ilde?
Oh, yes. Let him deal with the ghost.
A potato?
No, I mean, yes?
I'll eat it if you don't want it.
But we're going to send the potato to deal with the ghost? I don't see how this is going
He's
to work.
already given you the key to the room, right, Gunloda?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just kind of like, as this conversation is going on about potatoes, kind of go, well, get it over with so I can finish my meal finally.
Might as well.
Let's talk to it. I swear, I could talk to the dead.
Let Arthur have a try. He seems to think he can do something about it.
Oh,
Alright.
I toss Arthur the key and I go, lead the way, boy.
I instantly look around like I have no idea where I'm going. I'm like,
Point up the stairs.
Innkeep, where are we go? Oh, okay, over here.
Or wherever it is.
Are these stairs?
Wherever,
Yeah.
wherever.
I
So you
go.
would head up just a second. Just a second. You would come out up here if you go out those stairs.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm like following behind him.
Does the room have like a number or something? Where are we going?
It is this room right here, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
point down the
I don't know.
hallway. Last one on the left.
Z is staying firmly in his seat, eating his mashed potato. He wants nothing to do with the ghost.
And there's like a warding on the door, but you've been given the password for the glyph, and the door will magically unlock for you. And as you open the door, Arthur, before you stands the ghastly village of a woman standing there weeping, her head bent crookedly to one side, as if it has been snapped by some great force. As she weeps, she goes, "Who is this? My weeping eyes see, not my Donovan, but a halfling of flesh and bone. Oh, oh, my Donovan."
Just like eyes
Hello?
wide, looking at this thing.
Oh my fucking god.
She
You guys
begins
are
weeping and wailing.
I want to take like one step, but not shift my weight at all. Just move my foot closer to see what happens.
The ghost actually will back up from you,
It's okay.
allowing you
It's all right.
space to come in, but she's just crying and crying.
It's okay. You looking for your Donovan?
Where is my Donovan? Where is he? He was supposed to return, but still I wait. Oh, my sweet, sweet Donovan.
I lean back. I'm like, you guys see this, right?
I nod.
Like, okay.
She's completely ethereal, though. Like, you guys can, like,
Mm.
see through her kind of thing.
Well, you said you... Arthur, Arthur, you said you can do this. You speak with the dead. Well, got its attention.
I've never seen
Tell
the
it to
dead
leave
before.
this in.
Okay. I sit down in like a prayer position. And I start communicating to the ghost through regular language. I'm like, Donovan, he sounds like he was wonderful. A sweet boy, maybe. Am I right?
My sweet Donovan, but you are not him. Where is he? Where is he? If you just try to talk to her, all she'll really reply with is questions about where Donovan is and tears. You'll have to compel her in some way to actually speak with you.
That's okay. I'm fine with that.
These are very good potatoes.
Stay downstairs.
You're just beef, a little bit of undigested potato.
Is this room lit by candles or lanterns or anything like that? Is there a window?
The room is lit by the moonlight coming through a shattered window that is letting in the chill of the air, but the room itself is ethereally cold with her presence.
Okay, I'm gonna like bow my head, and I'm going to use thaumaturgy to slam the door shut.
Oh shit.
Are you leaving us outside?
That's what it would look like, at least.
This is some
Yeah. Okay.
this is some straight up exorcism shit.
Yeah, it might be like.
So the door swings shut. It swings shut in front of you, Rooker and Gunloda. How do you react to that?
I'd start
wanna-
banging on. So go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
Sorry.
door does not lock, so if you were to bang on it,
Yeah, I
with
would
it
just
would
try and
open.
bang on it.
Well,
Be
you
like,
bang
off!
on it.
What are you doing?
Quiet! You're gonna scare it.
The door's.
No.
There was just a door slam.
He said he was just going for cigarettes.
Anyone hear a door slam?
Sorry, I had to.
God, I just want to like command it.
Yeah,
and just be
yeah.
like, be gone.
Alex, have Ziradar make another perception check as that door slams upstairs. You see the attendants raise their head at the noise, but they're a little too freaked out to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear the door slam too. There's some shenanigans
Okay.
going upstairs, and you weren't invited. It makes you feel a little left out.
No. Z is quite happy to be left out. He's terrified of ghosts. He's just
Awesome.
going to. He's actually going to reach across the table and take some of Gunloda's plate and just be like, she don't notice.
Motherfucker.
This is the best
My
meal.
passive perception.
takes a sip of Rooker's drink. Oh, he got a better drink than I did.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Honestly,
Not gonna notice.
this food Ziradar is like noble quality. Like it's some of the best food you've eaten.
Some of the best food I've ever had.
Yeah. Anyways,
That's
upstairs. Arthur, what are you doing?
I'm gonna continue my little prayer sitting, and I'm gonna use more thaumaturgy to cause ominous whispers to come from inside the room.
There's ominous whispers coming from inside the room, Rooker and Gunloda. It's very ominous.
Arthur, I don't like this.
Kill the child.
Gunloda's gonna be like, enough of this, and gonna cast command, I think.
Yes.
Oh, if it's undead, damn it!
Go on.
I try anyway. I just like say, "Be gone."
It looks at you and it goes, Donovan, and does like the the whale that what's his face? I think it's Crowley or whatever it does in Christmas Carol.
Oh my god.
She does one of those.
One.
I like skitter backwards a few
Yep.
inches. You've angered it.
Just being ominous.
Ziradar, you definitely hear that banshee shriek from upstairs. It sends shivers
I
down
heard
your
some kind of
elven spine.
horrifying banshee shriek, but my
Oh,
goodness, this chicken.
The innkeeper's like, what are they doing up there? I've never heard her shriek like that before. She's only cried. Oh, this is bad for business.
I think they were going to go
We'll back
Victor.
to- Then we'll go back to Arthur, and so after that, horrible banshee shriek. What is there anything else you'd like to attempt, or?
Sure. I'm gonna, like, put my shield in front of me so that if she, like, I don't know, throws up or something, I can block it. And I want to use Thaumaturgy again.
Alright.
I'm gonna cause harmless tremors. And just shake the house a little bit.
The whole inn begins shaking harmlessly, but shaking. Small trinkets fall off of shelves and such.
Rooker is
Causing a
going
bit of a mess.
to. Is the door open?
Yeah.
Arthur, get out of there!
I'm going to come up behind and I'm going to like grab him from behind and pull him away.
Please make an athletics check to grapple him.
I won't resist him at all.
If he so chooses to, if he doesn't resist, then yeah, you just grab him and pull him out of there.
Oh yeah, I just pull him out of there and then I like kick the door shut.
Harper, I'm sorry, but that's hilarious. You're just causing shit right now. I love it.
So much power from that spirit in there. She's really looking for her lost child, I think.
I don't want to smite her.
She
I
tell
like
you
that it's
to.
Gunloda's turn.
Oh,
Oh no, she was just saying that. Did you just say it's my turn or something?
No, I said I kind of want to smite her.
That is not what I heard.
In what way?
Yeah, you guys.
In a divine way.
Like, you could send her to... I don't know where people go in this world. To heaven?
Shrugs. If that's where she's gonna go.
Arthur would definitely think that like they go to heaven.
To the great hobbit,
They
or the
would
halfling
most
hall.
likely go to the realm of Mercule, but you know.
Maybe we can try that then.
Alright. Gunloada's gonna come in. I was gonna kill myself, like
Everything's gonna be
trying to
alright.
go. She's impatient. She can sense someone's eating her meal.
Oh, he's just like picking off our plates. There's chicken!
So you swing your axe and it goes straight through her, like completely through her, and nothing happens. And she goes, "Oh, Donovan!" Like she doesn't even register that you've attacked her.
Keep swinging.
And the same result just keeps on happening. You seriously are completely and utterly unable to hit her. She is an ethereal being. Your axe is just going straight through her.
I don't think that's doing any good.
And she just keeps crying about her Donovan.
I'm surprised you didn't make the spirit angry.
Didn't work.
Perhaps she is just looking for a son.
Oh, my sweet husband.
I am not the right type of paladin for this.
Rooker's going to step into the room. He's going to put
Gunloada's scratching her head.
crossbow on his back, and he's going to say,
My lady, where was the last place you saw Donovan?
Sorrow consumes me. He promised to return, yet I wait still, away on that boat of his. Oh, my sweet Donovan, why have you left me?
Return from where?
Oh, my Donovan, oh, why are you not here? Oh, why did you go off to sea?
The boy drowned at sea.
My sweet husband, Donovan. Oh.
the husband.
He's dead.
Careful, don't anger.
Oh, I don't
Nothing I do seems to affect.
It
Your
looks like
husband is at rest now, madam. I think it's time for you to join him. Time for you to pass on and join him in the afterlife.
Oh, I can't leave. He might come back. Oh, my sweet Donovan. If only I knew what happened to him.
You guys can hear me when I'm like talking like that, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying not to be
Do
that loud to like disturb neighbors and such. So
It seems like maybe you should find out what happened to him.
yes, I was gonna say perhaps we can bring some bones or something. Force this wretch to confront her fate.
Oh, Donovan. Oh, was I
So
just a booty call?
it doesn't seem like she can hear us, but where are
sorry.
we staying? How come we have the key to this room?
I got other rooms. Don't worry, the other rooms, my retainers are staying in here.
Just hear horrible screaming at night.
So we all agree this is going to be Zerodow's room.
Since we're gonna be looking for this Donovan feller, I took this bag from the blue lady in the temple. I think we should find her parents.
Well, did you see what I wrote there as you examined the journal?
Yeah, there's a lot of
the
missing
burnt
and
journal?
dead.
Yeah, basically, Arthur, as you look at the journal, it's mostly burnt, but it says on the last page of how she misses her dear Garadum, and the initial on the leather-bound cover is an indented R.
Veridium, Donathan, same name.
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay. I just hand you the whole bag.
I look at the book and
Garadrim was the man I was speaking to, the tent man.
Oh,
Passed me a letter.
then they died together. Or he was alive. You spoke to him.
Yes, he was alive. He said that his beloved was alive. You took the bag off of. If you took the bag off of her, that's his mother. Oh fuck.
We should give it to him, so he knows and can remember her.
The cleric did pull me aside and say that the man is possibly doppelganger. And I'm gonna pull out the letter that the guy gave me,
Yeah,
and I'm going to hand it to Arthur. Or actually, no, I'm not going to hand it to him just yet. But I would like to inspect the letter.
It is sealed. Do you break the seal?
No.
Can Gunloda just interrupt for 1 second?
Yep.
She's
Yeah.
gonna go, this is all fascinating, but if we're not solving the ghost problem now, I'm gonna go try and finish my meal.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Always love to eat. Oh.
Shut up.
Z hears the footsteps coming back, and he immediately goes back to he's polishing his spear.
What? No masturbation at the table?
Oh,
The person's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?"
Kalhared looks at you and is like, "Has anything happened with the spirit? I heard a great deal of commotion from up there."
Oh yes, the problem is unresolved at the matter, but we have a lead. Do you know anything about
Oh
this
no.
Donovan and his fate?
Oh, I don't know much about that. 'Tis before my time. But perhaps if it has to do with shipwrecks or anything like that, you might have a better time finding information at the Salty Dog Tavern. I heard the barkeep down there has heard almost every tale there is to be told at the docks.
She goes,
But if you could make haste with this ghost problem, every hour she's here, my nerves rattle, and if anything, her weeping has gotten worse since you've arrived.
Gunloda kind of goes, excellent. This is very good information. And then,
But
like, she
it is
completely
still
didn't hear him. She's gonna sit down at her place at the table, and then she's gonna look at her plate suspiciously for a second.
but
But with a
he
whopping
is gonna
passive
continue.
with perception of 9, she's just gonna kind of shrug and go back to eating.
Okay,
After my
but
meal.
he is gonna continue speaking. He is gonna continue speaking though as you sit down to eat, and he's gonna say, "Well, at least you're doing more than that priest came in, spent 2 nights, and all he did in return was ward the door and give me this silly potion. But I'm too afraid to even open it, let alone drink it.
Oh,
Said it was more than enough to pay for the room. Pshaw to that. If you
I
want
can
to
take
take
the
it off
potion.
my hands, perhaps one of the mages in town, or better yet, perhaps Lord Ulbricht's wife. She's an enchantress here, tell. Maybe she knows more about it than myself. Or better yet, you could always ask that priest himself. I heard he took up residence just north of here."
The tent, yes, we've seen.
No, not the war priest. No, that creepy Mercule priest. The one that talks funny.
That's
Am I supposed to know who that is?
a bit intolerant.
No,
Okay.
you haven't met him yet. But you
Well,
do know that
I
the
will.
Iron Company, you know those Iron Mercenary guys? They had mentioned a creepy dude named Kaloum was like part of their group, but they
Kaloom
haven't seen
Kala.
him in a bit.
Kaloom Kala. Very well.
But yeah, he'll give
Hey,
you a
Nick.
bottle. It appears to be a clear bottle filled with a clear liquid.
Well, I put it away as mysterious potion.
Z the
Sounds about right.
Well,
Z the
thank
ghost
you,
wasn't
Cal.
receptive.
I read those good places to start. And of
I
course, we'll deal
promise
with
if
your
you.
problem as quickly as possible. And like
Yes, please. I
slowly
promise
starts
I'll
cutting
pay
up
you
some like
and
veggies, like asparagus or something.
he's like, Very well, madam, and I promise that I shall pay you for your efforts, and if you do succeed in getting rid of the ghost, from now on you'll be able to stay here free of charge. Your friends will be charged separately, of course."
Well, everyone, it
Oh,
looks like it's
don't
time
you
for
don't
the
know that
get up.
I really don't recommend
Not a
this
moment
sort
to
of
waste.
taking strange liquids from innkeepers.
Yeah.
speaking of liquids, who's
I
been
Strange,
mean,
drinking
you
my
know.
fucking drink? And like stare down Zerodar as I like check my mug.
I kind of look and I
Jesus
kind of shrug and
Christ.
I went,
He
well,
kind of like
the last liquid I got at in a tavern was atrocious. So I have to assume the next one, well, I must have better odds.
This stuff's way better.
Okay, well, we'll check out this creepy McCool fellow. Ugh.
Yes.
gross. Would
So
you
you
like a
guys head
turn then,
outside?
Rooker?
Would I like a wolf?
He is like pushing his spear and the polishing cloth towards Rooker.
I'm actually going to. Does he have a drink in front of him?
I guess so, yeah.
I'm gonna pick up your drink and I'm gonna drink it.
Oh, that good then.
I'm
I
gonna
just
reach
pound
for.
it fast and then put it back on the table, and I'm like, "Come on, Z.
I'm gonna reach for Gunloda's drink.
So, what?
You can take the lead on this one, considering the rest of us were preoccupied.
As long as there's no more ghosts.
So, are you guys? Oh God, don't go in the fire.
Neighborhood. Who are you gonna
Why are
call?
you going in
Oh,
the
is that a
fire?
fire?
That's a
Oh, I thought
fire.
that was the.
Dun,
I thought that was like the
dun, dun, dun.
entrance carpet.
No,
I mean, all of the
roaring
rugs so
fireplace.
far in this game have been great.
That one's pretty intense. I will admit that.
Just standing in
There's
the
some
fire.
nice fucking rugs in
All
This is a
the rugs.
great rug, so lifelike. I can almost feel like I'm burning.
It's so
Fiery
warm.
pattern on this rug.
Ziradar will be known forever as like at the end of this great campaign. It's like, and the great Ziradar, the rug obsessed, was very critical of the decoration choices of the BBEG.
That's how Rug Mountain was made.
If
Yeah.
you guys are heading out,
Rug
do you leave your
Mountain.
retainers here, Gunloda, or do you take them with
Yeah,
you?
no, I leave them here. They've done
Okay,
enough
well, I will
dying
bring
for
you
one day.
I will bring you to the Targos mappy here. But yeah, I'll just say they're both they're here. And if you guys are, oh no, that's the wrong place. Yeah, that's the end. If you guys just go north of here, you would find a large cabin that appears to have some light shining from the inside. And you hear
Alright.
some faint whispering from inside as well.
I kind of
Here,
stride up imperiously and bang on the door, announcing myself.
I can hear faint
You
whispering.
I know you're in that priest.
Oh, Zirdar's gonna be so happy again. So anyways, you,
Far out.
you hear a man call out from inside, and he goes, "Yes, yes, enter, come in." And
Cool.
you enter into a dimly lit
Fuck yeah,
room
that rug.
with a creepy man with various books and stuff spread out, and in front of him are raised three corpses, one of which is a goblin, and the other two are humans.
What?
And he
What
says,
in
"Yes,
the
what is it
name of-
that you want?"
I kind of
What
stride
sort of-
past all of it.
What is this?
Rather unaffected. Kind of like looking at them and noting that they're there, and I pull out the clear potion and I go, "You gave this to the innkeeper. What is it?"
Oh, yes, that. You must be asking about the silly spirit at the inn. I gave him the bottle, ghost-wise enchanted. It can be used to harness the power of the ethereal realm. You must have some being channel that power into the bottle, though. The water can then be used in powerful enchantment rituals.
Fascinating, and who might be able to do that?
Well, you would have to coax a being of the ethereal realm, a spirit like the one in the inn.
Ah, so you're
So you
saying I
would
need to put a ghost in a bottle?
not the whole ghost, but part of her essence, yes.
Will this solve the innkeeper's problem?
Perhaps, but it is having. Just a second. Just a second. I have something for this. um, Perhaps yes. The ghost in the room with the window that was broken a long time ago. If I had a poetical bent, when night falls she rises like the tide, and the tears flow from her wounded heart. But since I detest poetry, I will simply say that ghosts, more so than other spirits, are a tiresome bunch. They tend to dwell on things and howl on about it like dogs outside your window when you're trying to sleep. So I left the inn, for I could not remain and rest there. Who knows why she weeps? If there's no gold to be had in knowing why, then why should I care, yes? Heed me. Ghosts sob and carry on about omens and portents. But in truth, they are only clamoring for attention so someone will respect their grief. Death does little for their manners or etiquette. Silence you! As he turns to one of the corpses that's you hear a brief whisper come from.
Well, we found the reason for the ghost's weeping. It grieves or misses its husband and waits.
Yeah, Mr. Donovan.
I have no idea of who this Donovan you speak, but it appears that the road of bone is one we all walk down together, yes? You have served my lord already, yes?
I?
The lord of the dead, my lord. Merkul is his name.
Oh, fuck.
If by serve you mean bring trash to its proper place, then yes.
Yes, you're right. By words, perhaps not. By obeisance, perhaps not. But by your deeds to that have passed and to come, I think, yes, you have. Especially if I judge those weapons you carry are meant to shed blood in battles to come. If you have ever caused death to another, you dwell in Merkul's shadow. Even in dying you serve Merkul in strengthening his kingdom. Thus his followers or worshippers are everywhere.
I would watch your words, Bone Cutter, before
Um,
we turn these weapons to proper use.
she
Oh,
kind
you
of
sound like those people in Cornier with their primitive views towards the dead and the possessions of the dead, believing that all that is buried with the dead should stay with the dead. Foolish notion.
and let it goes. Dwarves prefer to work away from the sun anyway. And she kind of holds up a staying hand, stared at her, and kind of goes, I appreciate your help on this matter, but kind of like giving a pointed look around the room. Perhaps more discretion is advised. I will not help you if the gods find out.
Your words are laced with cobwebs of ignorance, dear lady. I am here under Lord Ulbricht's hire. This row of vessels here, lined up mayhap like ships, they have passed on, yes. They have sailed on through life and into the keeping of old Lord Skull, but their spirit echoes still. Do you not hear them whispered? I am here now under Ulbricht's employment to gather what information I can from these vessels.
Yeah.
See what they can tell me of the battles that have passed.
Gunlord just kind
And
of
Lord
shrugs.
Ulbrich is a clever man. He knows my value and I carry his coin to prove it.
Gunlord shrugs and goes, that may be, but just I will not appear on the wrong side of the law.
Tisk
Um,
tisk for laws. Anyways, is this all you have come to ask me? For I
yeah,
have
she's kind
important
of,
work to attend to.
yes, I will leave you to your night. Have a good evening,
I have
Very
Bone
well.
a
Cutter.
single
Good
question.
evening.
On my way out, I'm
What did
gonna
you say?
pour the loogie. I'm gonna be like, and just spit it into the corner or whatever as I'm walking out.
On the carpet?
Come on, Arthur, let's go.
You
I
are
want to
just
ask
spitting
a
on your own
question.
idea of myself. He says, ha, you are just spitting on what you think of me. Therefore you are spitting on your own ideals. You spit on yourself, friend.
No, I'm
Before we
spitting on your carpet. And I walk
before
out.
we leave, Z turns around just briefly and goes, "We will be back for the carpet."
What?
You
Get
know,
out of
You should
here!
have said
Ed
something before I
refused.
spit on it.
I mean, quick and
So
wash
you
out.
guys head back outside, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I think I need to jump off here, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be a good time to call it quits here. So yeah, we'll take it up. Well, not next Monday, but the Monday after it. And yeah, everyone take care. Have a good week, and yeah, good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was
We
great.
have
Thank you.
learned,
See you,
we've
everybody.
learned important, valuable lessons about how many awesome
Yeah.
carpets there are in this town.
Don't leave fucking Z alone with our food.
And be like,
Right.
like the whatever local newspaper rash of carpet theft.
Mhm.
We're like burying them
It's
outside
gonna
of
be like
town.
Arendelle all over again. All right, guys. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, take
All
care,
right.
man.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.